What we are looking at is first quarter numbers that have been surprisingly good for the Swedish industry overall, but also for the port. Looking ahead, April and second quarter, we do anticipate and we will see a drop in volumes for the trading nation of Sweden, and thus also Port of Gothenburg, which reflects the restrictions primarily now in Europe and the United States.
But we should point out Sweden has taken a very different tack on the lockdown. Tell us a little bit about how that has meant that you as a business are able to stay open, and how you've managed then some of the social distancing requirements that do exist under the Swedish approach to COVID-19.
Right. So if we look from a standpoint of the port, we have taken precautionary measures very early on, already very, very early in February. We've taken precautionary measures to ensure the safety of our people. That has allowed us to remain open and trading in business throughout the first quarter, which has been very grateful. If we look at the rest of the Swedish industry, it has remained open largely and to a major extent throughout the first quarter. Very little impacts, and we see that also in the first quarter reporting, earnings reportings, that it has been very solid for the Swedish industry. Very gladly as well, we see that our automotive industry is in the last 2 weeks starting slowly to recover and to open up, including its subcontractors. So we do expect somewhat of a better quarter than just looking a couple of weeks ago.
I have grave concerns, though, for a lot of the industry which comes out of the Port of Gothenburg as well. I mean, I know many people at the big companies, for instance, at Volvo. We've spoken to Håkan Samuelsson quite a bit. Smaller companies such as Gunnebo and what have you. I think there are grave concerns about what happens next. Are you factoring that in the next couple of months or so?
We are factoring in any uncertainty, and as we all know, the uncertainty is very vast. I think at this point, it's important for us as a port and as a Swedish industry to demonstrate that we believe in the future, and we do. And reopening the businesses such as the automotive industry is more a sign of faith in the future rather than a prediction of the future in terms of volumes.
But in terms of those industries, and Sweden, I know, is a very outward-looking country. A lot of those industries are servicing clients in the Middle East, in Asia, and of course throughout the rest of Europe and the United States as well. I just don't see how, despite the relative success that Sweden, touch wood, has had so far treating COVID-19 and facing up against it as a society, as an economy, I don't see how it can remain immune to the enormous downtick that we're expecting to see. This could be quite damning for the port as well, though, couldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We don't expect to be immune. We expect, on the contrary, volumes to drop as we are a trading nation, and the port symbolizes that trade. It's a very good indicator of what's going on in the industry in general. And as we mentioned, as the world did close down severely, both in Europe and the United States, we expect the volumes to drop severely. That's a given. However, the fact that our industry remains open and trading at whatever volumes it is a sign of resilience in our both nation, industry, but also the way we're looking ahead and believing in the future.